Get a couple of her young ladies to come over at halftime. See if I can do a better job lining
up. Yeah, I tell you, I failed miserably, didn't I?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to get mine set up either, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. All right, 42-30. What do we have to do in the second half?
I think we got to slow their offense down. I mean, it's not like we're playing bad defense, but they're hotter than fire. Now, they might cool off from the outside, but we can't assume they're going to. So I think we've got to get out and extend the defense, get out in the face of the three-point shooters, even a little tougher than we were, and keep running our offense. Not a bad offensive first half for the Vikings.
I like Sam Kixmiller. I don't have the minutes played per game, but I'd venture to say she played more minutes in that half than she's played any half.
Well, I tell you what,
she was out there for a reason. She was doing a heck of a job inside.
Well, and you need her in a game like this because Rashida Simpson and Reese Hudlin very physical underneath for Baker. Sam Kixmiller is very physical, so this is her type of game inside.
All right, we're going to take our final halftime break, and when we come back, we're going to have the second half.
My name is Dale Pazinski. I'm 19 years old, and this is how I live United. I've always been kind of a computer geek, and I found a way to use those skills to help the homeless in my community. For people facing hard times, computer skills and a basic resume are so important. It may seem like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference in people's lives. So with United Way, I created a program where I work with the homeless. Together, we go through their whole job history, write a resume, and then save it on their very own USB drive. We provide workbooks and training certificates. I even budgeted for cupcakes so we can celebrate as a class when one of our people gets a job. That's huge. When somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." That's what living united feels like to me. My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Both teams back out on the court as we get ready for the second half, 42-30. Three-point shooting for the Baker Wildcats certainly has been the key to this one today. What do we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Wow. 7 out of 9 from beyond the arc. Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls have hit a three.
Yeah.
It's not like you stopped that gal.
No.
6 different gals have hit three-point shots. As I said, coming into today, they have 460 three-point attempts. And they have 9 more today, so 469 three-point attempts. That is a big, big part of their offense. All right, we're about ready to get this second half underway. 42-30 is our score. And, Joe, again, if we're going to make some moves in this conference, this is a big one. We talked about earlier in the week when we were going to Culver that we really thought no secret. If you're really going to start to climb, you had to have one of these two.
Win one of these two, yeah. And we lost on the road at Culver, so now we're saying, hey, let's get this one. And Vike's still very much a part of this game, only down by 12. Just need to, as we say, we sound like that old broken record. Let's get it off to a good start here in the second half, and we're ready to go. This Baker basketball as Brianna Garza brings it across, guarded by Raina Smith. He gets it inside to Reese Hudlin. She spins, now kicks it outside. There's a three by Shoemaker. Misses. Gabby Morales and Hudlin fight for the rebound. Hudlin comes down with it. Baker retains possession, up by 12, just underway here in the second half. Now Garza backs it out between the circles. Left-hand dribble. Now stop and go on Smith. Spins into the paint. Now down to the baseline. Back to Hudlin. Down to 13 on the shot clock. Hudlin outside Shoemaker. She fires inside. Throws up a runner in the lane, and she's fouled.
So they go inside, and they just those guards just penetrate, get through that lane about every time they touch it.
Shay Shoemaker, she's a junior out of Minneapolis, and she'll be on the line for 2 shots here. Had one tray, one of the 6 girls that had a 3-point basket for Baker in the first half. First trip to the line, and she knocks this one down. She'll have one more as she'll try to extend the Wildcat lead up to 14 points. Raina Smith, Gabby Lovelace, Sammy Jackson, Ebony Brown, and Gabby Morales, the original starting lineup on the floor for the Vikes as Shoemaker hits the second. The lead is 14.
A little pressure by Baker. Vikings really handled it nicely that time.
Right wing Lovelace. Gabby lobs, high post Morales, turn around inside, a little bit short. Gabby fights for the rebound, but it comes down to Rashida Simpson. And boy, 3 girls around Rashida. She just started pivoting inside, and there's going to be a foul coming up on. That's going to come up on Gabby Lovelace, I believe.
And I'll give her credit. She didn't throw an elbow. She just kind of put her shoulders, and she was just kind of moving those shoulders like, get out of my way, and cleared some space.
Was not going to give the pelota up, was she?
There you go. Not giving it up today.
Fancher drives inside. Outside now Garza, her 3 in the air. This one misses. Maybe they're cooling off a little bit. Now Smith. Raina gets a rebound for the Vikings. Vikes want to run it. Raina cross-court pass. Sammy. Oh, nice pass into Gabby Lovelace. Got it. Great pass that time. Raina Smith got it across floor to Sammy Jackson. Sammy quickly into Gabby Lovelace, her second bucket. Good movement that time, Ken.
Yeah, great movement. And Gabby knew what to do with it. Didn't put the ball on the floor, just put it straight up.
Vikes down by 12. Baker the other way with it. Garza around a screen. Now all of a sudden, Hudlin goes to the floor, and I think they're going to probably call a foul on Raina Smith as she crashes into Hudlin on the screen. And I think they're going to say Raina pushed off a little bit, so that'll be Raina's. That's her first foul, so no real problem there in terms of number of fouls. But that's the 3rd team foul on the Vikings here in the first minute and a half of the second half. Now lobbed by Fancher, tries to get it down low, but taken away by Morales. And now Morales bumped by Rashida Simpson. I believe that's going to be her 3rd foul as Rashida. Gabby got the steal down on the baseline, and Rashida Simpson plows right into her, and that is 3 on her. So be good to see her go to the bench for a while.
And let's see, Coach Lister, I think he is going to go to the bench. He's looking down that way.
Vikes trail at 44-32. They've got the ball back, trying to make it a 10, maybe a 9-point game as Sammy Jackson brings it across on the far side, down to the post of Morales. Simpson went for the steal, could have picked up her 4th right there. Now Sammy gets it back, shot up, missed it. Rebound Fancher for Baker.
There was a lot of contact. They could have called Simpson for another foul.
Lob lead pass to Shoemaker. Now back to Simpson inside. She's fouled. She tries to go up. I tell you, she's very popular. She draws a crowd.
Boy, she's strong.
I think that's either Raina Smith or Gabby Morales. I'm not sure. Both of them were down there. See who that foul comes on. It comes up on Raina. So that's Raina's 2nd foul here in the last minute as Julia Vasquez checks in. Raina will take a seat. Raina the leading scorer for the Vikes so far with 8 points. Fancher gets it out to Hudlin. Hudlin holds it outstretched right outside the free throw line. Now gives it back outside to Garza. Garza guarded by Sammy. Garza goes to baseline. Good D by Sammy. But offensive rebound. Hudlin throws it up. Got it. So good rebound that time by Reese Hudlin. She's got 6. And once again, Baker shows that ability to crash the offensive glass.
Morales had the rebound, just kind of mistimed her leap a little bit. And then Hudlin took it away, but now I think Morales is fouled.
Yeah, one of the Baker guards reached in trying to help out there.
15.
That's going to come up on Shay Shoemaker, and I believe that's her 2nd foul as she reaches around Gabby Morales. Vikes will inbound under their own bucket. Outside to Sammy. Sammy high post Morales, her turnaround. This one lips off. Offensive rebound, Ebony Brown leaves the follow shot short, and that's off Gabby Lovelace out of bounds. Nice offensive rebound by Ebony, but left the 8-footer just a little bit short.
Just a little bit short. I think she was anticipating some contact or one. I think she just kind of put it up about a 3-footer from about 6 feet away.
Yeah. All right, ball back to the Wildcats. They lead at 46-32, just over 17 minutes left in this one. Now Hudlin shuffles the feet in the middle. Nice defense as Gabby Morales stepped right in front of her, nowhere to go, and Baker turns it over.
Well, the Vikings doing a good job defensively. We've got to get it going on the offensive end now. Still down by 14 with 17 minutes to go.
Sammy walks across the timeline, takes it to the right wing. Now hit of the key to Ebene. Ebene tries a wraparound pass to Morales. Back to Sammy. Sammy down the baseline, and she's fouled. No, they call traveling. Whoa. Wow. I thought Sammy was hammered as she went under the bucket, tried the reverse layup, but they say she took one too many steps, so violation. Vikings back to Baker.
I thought maybe she stepped on the end line, but there's another step in there.
Now Shoemaker, nice spin move by her. Back outside to Hudlin. Hudlin walked, got away with it, drives inside, runs over Gabby Lovelace, no call. Rebound Ebene Brown. Here come the Vikings. Sammy Jackson, right wing. Sammy head of the key, Vasquez. Fakes a three, and they're going to call her for a travel. I think Julia was thinking about the three, then decided to go to the left side and shuffle the feet on the takeoff.
Well, she hit that three from the left side the first time. Well, they'll go ahead and take another one. But
now Lindsey Jackson checks back in. Gabby Lovelace will take a seat. Lindsey knocked down, I think Lindsey's only shot one time. Knocked down that baseline jumper in the first half, but she's back in now. Now Garza brings it across. Stop and go on Vasquez into the paint. Back outside. It comes to Washington, who's in the game. Now down low. Hudlin spins inside with the left hand, and she's fouled as she uses the opposite hand to go up and draws contact in the paint.
And that's why she got the foul. She got the foul on Ebene Brown simply because she used that left hand and just went up between two defenders. Really wasn't in balance, but got the foul.
That's the first foul on Ebene. Hudlin at the line for two shots. First one misses. She'll have one more. She's got 6 points in the game. First trip to the stripe. Hudlin Hales, she's a senior out of Hartford, Connecticut, but I don't think she played on this team. She must be a transfer. I don't remember her from last year.
Christy M comes in. Let's see. Hudlin, transfer at University of Nebraska, Omaha.
Okay. Hudlin's second shot, missed them both, but Christy M gets a rebound, but now tied up by Ebene Brown. Great hustle that time by Ebene as she came all the way across the lane to tie up M, and with that alternate possession rule, ball back to the Vikings. Good hustle, Ebene.
Here comes Kara Clark back into the game. Kara, only 2 points, has not scored a field goal. And the way she's been putting up numbers, that's really unusual.
Oh, yeah, Kara, a huge night Thursday night up at Culver Stockton. 19 points to lead the way for the Vikings. She had 19. Sammy had 18. Now Sammy hands it to her sister on the left wing. Now down low to Kara. Double teamed as Hudlin came over the top, got a nice steal. Simpson's out, so Hudlin's going to take over Yeoman's duties in the paint now. Now Garza walks it across, brings it across the timeline, guarded by Sammy. Now backs it out just a step. Right wing to M, right in front of the Baker bench. She dribbles the left hand. Now Hudlin comes around a screen. Now a nice cut by Fancher to the bucket. Oh, nice block by Sammy Jackson as Fancher had an open shot. Sammy went up and leaped up and whacked it out of bounds. So good D by the senior from Barnard that time.
And here comes Brooke Sanders. Boy, did she play some nice minutes the other night. That young lady out of Jackson, Missouri.
Brooke played very well, and she had 7 points in that game up at Culver Stockton. This is her first trip into the lineup tonight, so see if she can maybe give us a lift. Baker gets it into Fancher. Fancher over Sammy with the left hand. Missed it. Good D by Sammy that time. Battle for the loose ball, and Jackson Sammy comes out of there with it. Here she comes with the left-hand dribble. She and Fancher really going at it now. And now Sammy goes to the floor. Hudlin takes it away. Hudlin coast to coast. Now decides not to shoot it. Skips it outside to Garza, or to Fancher. Fancher into the paint. Her runner's good. So Alicia Fancher gets into the paint. She's in double figures now with 10, and Jolene Christensen wants a timeout. So with 15:15 to go, we're in the second half. Baker's extended the lead to 16, 48-32.
Yeah, you got to be careful now because the Viking offense is not really an explosive offense. We like to use the half court a lot. And so you're going to have to make these possessions count, even though there's still 15 minutes to go, down by 16.
Yeah, and I tell you, Baker team very physical.
I like it.
Very physical in the paint. This is the first time we've seen them. If you remember, folks, when we played out in Baldwin City, game number 2 of the conference schedule, that was the Saturday afternoon, December 1st, where the Viking football team in the national semifinals here at home. So we have not seen the Baker men or women play yet. Both those teams doing pretty well. The men have a new coach this year, I believe, and then Ben Lister in his second year with the women's program, and they're both fighting for one of those top 4 spots in the conference right now.
Men are coached by Sean Dooley, his first year.
Okay, Smith walks it across for the Vikings, gets it head of the key to Morales. Morales high post to Kara. Kara looking, holds the ball above her head, out to Brooke Sanders. Now deep right wing, Raina Smith. Smith back to Gabby. 13 on the shot clock. Good ball movement by the Vikings. Need to get something going in the offense. Morales gets it into Clark. She's triple teamed, and they're going to call her for a travel in there. As Kara went up, 3 people sunk back in her. She tried to go up inside, and they say she shuffled the feet. So with the turnover, ball back to the Wildcats.
Well, I don't know. It looked like Fancher may have had the basketball, but they didn't call the tie-up. They called the travel instead.
With 3 people in there, somebody had to contact something.
Had to be something going on.
I would think. I don't know. Right wing Fancher, guarded by Raina Smith. Raina right in her face. Now Fancher reverses, goes to the baseline, and Raina going to be called for the foul. Now it'll be her 3rd. So a nice move that time. Nice quick move to the baseline by Alicia Fancher to draw the 2-shot foul.
Remember, she had a quick move on Sammy in the first half. That first step's quick. Regine Messinario will come in now.
First shot in the air by Fancher is good. She'll have one more. She's got 11, leading scorer on this team, averaging, I think, right at between 13, 14 points a game. I've got it here somewhere in all this gobbledygook of paper. Second shot, missed it. Rebound, though, an offensive rebound for Graceland, or for Baker that time by Sierra Washington. Keep calling him Graceland.
Thank goodness we don't have that trip today.
No, I know. Baker resets the offense. Now Garza goes inside with a runner and knocks it down. So a nice drive that time by Brianna Garza. She's got 9, and the Baker lead is up to 19.
All of a sudden, they have their largest lead of the game.
Brooke Sander, right wing to Lindsay. Lindsay skips it into Kara. Kara to the glass. There we go. Kara up and in inside. Nice pass that time as Lindsay Jackson hits Kara Clark. Kara's got 4. It's Fancher the other way. Off the glass. Missed it. Morales fights for the rebound, but Hudlin comes out of there with it. Now Sanders goes for the steal. Great play, Sanders. Coast to coast. She got it. Nice play by Brooke Sanders. That was a very acrobatic steal that time. She tipped that ball to herself up in the air, took it in full stride, and laid it in.
And Fancher was right there with her, but she got the roll, got the bucket.
Vikes need a stop. There's a 3 by Fancher. This one's short. Morales with a rebound. Nice job, Gabby. Let's get another one right here as the Vikes have trimmed it down to 15 with 13:25 to go.
I don't think they've made a 3 yet in this half.
Nope. Messinario hands it out to Lindsey Jackson. Lindsey head of the key to Brooke. Sanders over to Messinario. Down on the block to Gabby Morales. Gabby spins inside with a flip shot. Nice move. Just couldn't get it to go, though. A little bit strong. And now Hudlin goes to the floor, and Gabby Morales takes it away from her. Messinario drives. Shot. Missed it. Battle underneath. Morales gets a rebound again. Boy, what hustle by Gabby Morales. She literally dove head first onto the floor to force a turnover. Messinario missed the shot. Morales got the rebound, and she's fouled. What hustle that time.
She reached around. Might have got called for body contact, but they're letting her play in this game. And that ball went to floor. She grabbed it and got it to Messinario. I'll tell you what, those gals are battling in there on both sides.
That's 3 fouls on Reese Hudlin. So both Hudlin and Rashida Simpson have 3 for Graceland. They're the 2 girls that play inside on this physical team. Now Sam Kixmiller, her shot too strong. And a rebound comes out to Christy M.
Good move, though. Got in there. Little jump hook. Just wouldn't go down.
Really impressed by the effort of Gabby Morales that last sequence. Now Garza spins in the paint, dribbles back outside. There's a long 3 by Washington. This one misses. Battle for the loose ball, and one of the Baker girls over the back, I believe, on the rebound. So good screen out that time by the Vikings. See who this is against. That's going to come up on, that foul is going to be on Christy M. That is her first. That's the 4th team foul on Baker. Vikes have 6. So Graceland Baker, Peru. Baker will be in the 1-and-1 for the rest of the half. Now right wing to Lindsay. Lindsay gets it high post, kicks Miller. Sam pivots back outside Lindsay. Lindsay strong move to the baseline. Jumper comes up short. Messinario gets an offensive rebound for the Vikings. Her baseline jumper's good, so good hustle that time by Regine Messinario. And again, she's a junior out of Delano, California. gets her first bucket of the game. The Baker lead down to 13.
Yeah, we're making a little run here. Let's keep it going.
Vikes have extended their defense, it looks like. Now I think Messenario is going to get whistled for a reach-in foul. I believe that'll be her first foul. Should be a 1-and-1 because the Vikes are over the limit, and that's going to put Fancher on the line for a 1 and bonus.
Erica Simpson and Avery Votes will check into the lineup for the Wildcats here. Again, they're two big gals, Rashida Simpson and Hudlin, both on the bench with 3 fouls.
1-and-1 for Fancher. She's been on the line. She's 1 out of 2, and she knocks down the first one. Give her 12 points in the game. She'll have one more. She'll try to extend the Baker lead up to 15. 11:54 left to go. She missed it. Rebound, Lindsey Jackson. So good hustle by Lindsey that time. Messenario brings it across. Left-hand dribble, gets it high post, kicks Miller. Sam backs in. Oh, nice catch by Sam in the paint. Now they're going to call, I think, a push-off on one of the Baker girls. Nice job by Sam Kixmiller. That pass had some heat on it, and she did a good job of catching it and setting herself, and picks up the foul. And that one's going to come up on Macy Wallish. That'll be her second. She's in the Baker lineup now. Messenario, high post, kicks Miller. Sam's jumper from the free throw line, good, and the big girl shows pretty good touch that time.
And I like to see her be aggressive offensive. She's got some good moves, got a nice soft touch. She has 6 points now.
Kicks brings the Vikes within 12, 11:23 left to play. Stop and go dribble now by the other Simpson, and that's Erica Simpson. They've got Rashida Simpson and Erica. Rashida plays underneath, Erica outside. Erica puts up a left-hand shot. She's got 5, lead back to 14.
And there's that quick response to a Viking score again.
Exactly. Now Sanders, head of the key for the Vikings. Guarded out there. Now almost has it knocked away. Now Evan A. Brown gets it back. Now throws it over the head of Sam Kixmiller. Good idea trying to get the ball down to Sam on the low block, but just a little bit too much altitude on that pass. Now coming in, Shoemaker checks back into the Baker lineup. Sierra Washington will take a seat. For the Vikings, it's both Jacksons. Nope, Sammy's not in now. It's Lindsey Jackson, Sanders, Evan A. Brown, Sam Kixmiller, and Regine Messenario. Those are the 5 Missouri Valley ladies on the court right now. Now they pass it inside to Wallish. Her shot misses. Rebound, Brooke Sanders.
Well, Shoemaker made a nice pass, and Wallish just missed the layup.
Now Lindsey skips it to Brooke Sanders. Sanders crashes inside. She's fouled. Nice drive that time as Brooke Sanders very aggressively got that pass on an angle cut, slashed into the lane, and draws a 2-shot foul.
I think Erica Simpson's going to pick up the foul, and Brooke Sanders is just playing herself into more playing time.
Yeah, she looked very good Thursday night. Hit a bucket a minute ago, and now just drops down a free throw. Just give her 3. She'll have one more.
Messenario checks out. Raina Smith with those 3 fouls back in.
Brooke Sanders puts up the second shot. Brooke knocks it down. Brooke came up off the JV just a couple of weeks ago. She's a sophomore out of Jackson, Missouri, and she gets both free throws down. So she's taken 1 field goal and 2 free throw shots, and she's hit everything so far. Once again, it's a 12-point game with 10:20 left to play. Now Lindsey Jackson pokes the ball away from Shoemaker, hounded outside. Boy, they're bumping. Now they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Lindsey, and Lindsey goes to the deck. But boy, she was really right in the face of Shea Shoemaker and really playing aggressively on defense.
Coach Lister was right there with that official, and he finally got the call.
Hey, come on, Coach. You played some town team ball. Yeah. You know, as long as they stay on their feet, it's okay.
I'll stay on their feet. Let's go. If you don't want them called on you, you don't call on
That's
them.
right. Shoemaker to the line. She'll have a 1-and-1 as the Vikes are over the limit. She knocks it down. So
I'm not sure I could handle that town team ball again.
Oh boy, I still have bumps and bruises playing that stuff. Played it for years. Shoemaker's second shot is perfect, so she knocks down 2. She's a perfect 4 for 4 from the line. Give her 7 in the game. Baker lead back up to 14.
All right, we're down by 19. Cut it to 12. Now it's back to 14. We need to make our run here. We're halfway home in the second half.
Sanders gives to Kixmiller. Sam's had a good game with 6. Back out to Brooke. Brooke right wing. Raina Smith, the left-hander, puts it on the floor with the right hand. Now comes left-handed into the lane. Throws up a runner and got it. Oh, that was an acrobatic shot there as Raina Smith just kind of hung in the air, flipped it in. She's in double digits with 10. Need some D here. Simpson outside. There's a long 3, and bang. Knocked down that time by Avery Vokes. That's her second tray of the game. On this team, just an endless supply of three-point shooters.
Yeah. Remember we talked about in football how the Vikings would always score when the other team scored?
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I know. That's what they've done.
That was 5 seconds later. They scored 3.
They've got radar or something. Now there's Lindsey Jackson. Lindsey drives in and she's fouled. So nice drive that time as Lindsey Jackson got the ball on the baseline, went hard that way, and draws a foul. And I think that's coming up on Shoemaker, I believe, and that'll be her third. So that should put Lindsey on the line for a couple here. Lindsey with 2 points, had that baseline jumper in the first half. First shot in the air, got it. Lindsey will have one more. Trying to bring this down to a 13-point game, and this one lips off the front of the rim, and Rashida Simpson, who's back in the Baker lineup, rips down the rebound. In fact, almost ripped the arm of one of her teammates off that time.
Avery Vokes checking to see if she still had that right arm. Yeah. She looks at it, it's still there.
Yeah,
wow.
Right, waiting for Erica Simpson. Now hands it back outside to Fancher. Oh, she drives in, throws up an off-balance shot. I think she was bumped, no call. There's a three out of the corner by Shoemaker. Missed it. Nice rebound, Ebony Brown that time. Ebony went up strong. Now ahead to Lindsey. Lindsey to the glass inside. Now decides to back it out. Gets it back out to Reyna. Reyna pump fakes. Now dribbles out to the right wing. Head of the key, Lindsey. Lindsey entry pass into Kicks. Kicks goes in strong and got it. And Sam Kicksmiller went right at Rashida Washington that time and won the battle.
She can do it.
Now I think they're going to get Kicks for a foul as she runs into Erica Simpson. So they call the foul on Brooke Sanders. Say Brooke bumped her, but so that's going to put Erica Simpson on the line. As we said, Rashida Simpson back in the lineup. She's playing with 3 fouls. First shot by Erica Simpson misses, and she'll have one more.
Thought maybe that was a foul on the floor, but they ruled it a shooting foul, so gets another one here.
Simpson, the left-hander, one more. Missed them both. Rebound, Kicksmiller. Nice job by Sam that time. Vikes will try to cut in. It's a 12-point game right now with 8:29 left. Head of the key, Sanders. Right wing to Lindsey. Now back out, head of the key, Smith. Now Lindsey pumps up a three. Got it! Lindsey Jackson knocks down a tray. That's her first tray of the game. Give her 5-6 points. And all of a sudden, we got a single-digit 9-point game right now.
Remember, we've come back from 19 down here.
Fancher outside now, driving inside off the glass is Avery Vokes. And what are they going to call that? They're going to call that a block, I believe, on Kicksmiller. That's one of those that maybe could have gone either way, but Avery Vokes gets the bucket. Be a bucket and one as Sam Kicksmiller goes to the floor, and they're going to call the foul on her.
Well, that was tough. Yeah, I think Jolene saying, hey, early in the first half, we had the same call, and you called it a charge. But Vokes completes the three-point
Give
play.
Vokes the bucket, give her the free throw, and just like that, she's scored 6 points here in the last few minutes. She's got 9. And timeout on the floor with 8:02 left. It's 62-50. Vikes cut it to 9 with a 3, but then Baker comes right back with a conventional three-point play to extend the lead back up to 12.
So we're right back where we were at the half, a 12-point game. And it is so hard when you're coming back. You know, you miss 1 or 2 possessions and they go back up by 12. But still have plenty of time, 8:02. When it was a 19-point game, you thought, well, this thing's getting out of hand. But here they come, and the Vikings still have plenty of time to work their way back into this one.
And I tell you what, you don't notice it maybe that much, but the Vikings made their run when Rashida Simpson and Renee Hudlin were on the bench, the 2 big girls inside for Baker. Both of them have 3 fouls. Simpson's back on the floor right now, but, you know, really, I think we can entice her into her 4th foul because she's very aggressive out there.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive. Just keep going, and Sam Kicksman will just keep taking it right at her.
Sam's played, I think, maybe her best effort of the year so far. She has 8 points in the game and really has played a strong game inside.
I think there's no question.
Okay, we come back. It'll be Viking basketball. The three-point play just completed by Avery Vokes for Baker. We've got 8 minutes and 2 seconds left. It's a 62-50 Wildcat lead. They've led the whole way. Ebony Brown, Raina Smith, Lindsey Jackson, Brooke Sanders, and Sam Kicksmiller are the 5 Vikings on the floor right now.
What we can't afford to do is let them go on another 6-7-0 run.
No.
We have to stay here or close the gap.
And both Hudlin and Rashida Simpson on the floor for Baker right now. Had the key, Kicksmiller's jump shot. This one a little bit strong, and Rashida Simpson rips the rebound.
She's had an all-around game. She's a good one.
Now head to the other Simpson. Erica back outside. It comes to, I believe that's Fancher. I'm shaded by the official. Now drive inside by Hudlin. Gives it down low to Simpson. Back to Fancher. Her three in the air. Missed it. Rebound, Brooke Sanders. Here come the Vikes the other way. Gets it over to Kicks. Kicks hands out to Raina Smith. Smith with the left-hand dribble. Down the block to Ebony. Ebony spins to the left side. Almost had it to go, but she's fouled. And that was very close to being a possibility of a three-point play. But a nice move to the left side that time by Ebony Brown.
That's the 4th foul on Hudlin, too.
Yep. That's Hudlin with 4. So now a decision for Coach Ben Lister. Do you leave the big girl in with 7:20 left, or do you sit her down and give her a couple minutes?
Made, I think, Sierra Washington coming in.
Ebony misses the first one. There was a 2-shot foul, so she'll have one more. And you're right, Hudlin will take a seat. Now let's see if we can get that 4th foul on Rashida Simpson.
Ebony 2 out of 5 from the line today.
Ebony will have one more, try to bring this back to an 11-point game, which she does. So Ebony knocks down the second of 2. She's got 5. It's a 62-51 Baker lead with 7:15 left to play. Vikes in that man defense. Garza stop and go on Brooke Sanders. Loses her balance but keeps her dribble. Pretty good play that time.
Good job.
As she gets the ball somehow out to Shea Shoemaker. Hands back to Fancher. Fancher drives in. Now down low to Rashida Simpson. Loses the handle, taken away by Lindsey Jackson. Here come the Vikes. They've got numbers. Lindsey down low to Kicksmiller. No. They call it travel. They call it travel.
Boy, I sure didn't see that.
And that brings some Viking fans on the far side of the floor to their feet as Lindsey Jackson got that ball inside to Kicks on the dead run, and they're saying, I guess, that Kicks shuffled her feet. So ball back to Baker. Crowd getting into it over there now. Now Garza outside, guarded by Sanders. Hands outside to Rashida Simpson. Simpson spins on Kicks. Now drives the left hand all the way to the glass. Nice move. With Rashida Simpson, that's first bucket she scored in quite a while. She's got 10 now. That was a nice left-handed shot that time.
Now fouls. The Vikings face a little bit of pressure here. Let's see, a foul maybe on one of the Baker gals.
Fancher. I think Fancher picks up the foul. And that's at least her third. Yeah, it's 3 on her. So that is team foul number 9. 9 on Baker. Vikes have 10, so after this foul, both teams will be in the 2-shot bonus. Ebony Brown will be on the line for a 1-and-1, but we're down to 6:27, and be a lot of 2-shot fouls from here on out.
Kicksmiller checks out. Kara's going to come back in. Morales is in. Kara Clark will come in after Ebony makes this free throw.
1-and-1 for Ebony. Missed it. Rebound Shoemaker. It's a 13-point lead for the Wildcats. 6:20 left to play here. Vikes trying to get their 4th conference win. They come in at 3-7. Baker in 4th place now at 6-3 in conference standings. Now Garza pulls up for a jumper. This one too strong. They're not shooting nearly as well this half. Raina Smith gets a rebound for the Vikings. Raina quickly all the way to the rack with the left hand. Good. And boy, I mean, Raina got the rebound, took that baby coast to coast. She's got 12. It's an 11-point game. But just like that, once again, Baker answers immediately as Fancher knocks down a
that is not by
14-foot
accident,
jumper.
is it? They come down and want that shot right after you score.
Yeah, they're not going to let you get any mo at all, it doesn't look like. Now Sanders for the Vikings. Dribbles to the right wing. Hands outside to Gabby. Now Gabby gets it head of the key to Raina. Raina just hit that runner in the lane seconds ago. Thought about a 3. Now wraparound pass. Knocked away. Now gets back to Sanders. Sanders to Morales. Her jump shot in the air. Splash. Good pass as Brooke Sanders finds Gabby Morales. That's Gabby's second bucket. It's down once again to 11. 6s and 5s are wild. 66-55.
Now play some D here, down to 5-11.
Garza outside. Hands out to Shoemaker. Now Sierra Washington, who's back in. Gets it on the baseline to Fancher. Guarded there by Raina Smith. Down to 11 on the shot clock. And now they're going to call an offensive foul as Brianna Garza drives inside. And I think that was Wallish. I think Macy Wallish picked up an offensive foul. That'll be her third. Coach Jolene Christensen wants a timeout. So we've got exactly 5 minutes left in this game. 6s and 5s are wild. 66-55. Baker on top here on the road.
Yeah, and this is, here you go. 5 minutes, plenty of possessions. But again, so far so good. You're not letting them go on that little run. Vikings could get this down into single digits, and we've got a ball game. Again, we do not play again Thursday night. We're off. Everybody's off Thursday night. Oh, there's one game Thursday night I wrote down. Graceland is at Baker Thursday night. That's it. Everybody else is off.
February vacation.
Yep, and then we go February the 2nd. We'll be in Atchison next Saturday for 2 games against the Ravens.
I guess Thursday's still January. I forget there 31 days in this month.
The final day of January, we get the night off.
Of all the months to put 31 days, why do you pick January?
At least we shortened it up in February.
Yeah, that's true.
At least for us, spring will be here.
I mean, but this January's been pretty nice.
Yeah, we can't complain.
It's been very nice. Okay, well, it should be Viking ball. We come back exactly 5 minutes left to play. The Cats lead it by 11 over the Vikings. So Vikes, if we can get a bucket here, Ken, it's back to a 3-possession game. Smith, Morales, Lindsey Jackson, Kara Clark, and Brooke Sanders, the quintet on the floor for the Vikes right now. Now Reyna gives it to Morales, her jumper. This one a little bit strong. Rebound out of there to Fancher.
But again, good penetration, good shot.
Garza, deep right wing, Shoemaker, back head of the key, Garza. Now gets it back to Fancher. Fancher guarded by Sanders. Fancher spins inside, too strong off the glass. Nice rebound, Gabby Morales. Good job, Gab. Ahead to Reyna. Reyna brings it across. Now Reyna coast to coast again with the left hand. Got it! And she's fouled. Boy, I tell you that, she had exactly the same angle driving down that lane as she had on that last shot. And boy, flipped it up with the left hand. A chance for the 3-point play.
And she is quick. That young lady is quick, and she put it in. There we go now.
She's got 14 points in the game, and it's all of a sudden, folks, a 9-point game. Reyna can make it 8. She can knock down this free throw.
That's 4 fouls on Fancher.
Second one. First shot's good, so Reyna Smith completes a 3-point play. We've got an 8-point game with 4:27 left to play. Yeah, and Baker in some foul trouble. It's getting real late to start talking about that, but they've got some of their key players with 4 fouls. There's a long shot by Garza, miss. No, it lips around and goes in. I thought that one was kipping out. It bounced around, bounced off to the right side, then somehow spun back to the middle and dropped in.
Boy, that would have been big. We missed that, but still, it's a 10-point game and still 4:11 to go. So Vikings can score here. Now you're starting to put the pressure on Baker a little bit, but these possessions become very important. I thought that ball missed. It hit the right side, back of the rim, and somehow just kind of stayed up there and finally rolled in.
And how about Reyna Smith? A couple times down the floor, as she's brought the ball down the court, it's kind of like she senses where that little seam is in the defense and just explodes right down through there.
Oh, yeah, and she's quick. So I have her with 15 points.
Yep, 15, that's what I've got.
8 in the first half, 7 here.
And she's really had some big games. Had a breakout game a couple of weeks ago on a Thursday night down at Central Methodist, and had to hit a couple threes, couple slashes like she's done the last 2 times, and really has played very well offensively since that time. Okay, 4:11 left, 68-58. It's a 10-point lead. Vikings have trailed the entire game. Baker on top here. The Vikes have made a run. They were down, I think, by as much as 19 at one time in this second half, and now they're within 10. So plenty of time left. 4 minutes and 11 seconds. The way college teams play today can be an eternity. So Vikes will have it in the backcourt. And here comes Smith down her favorite spot, the left side of the lane. Now she stops this time as Fancher cuts her off. Gives it up head of the key to Morales. Morales to Kara Clark. Kara hands back outside to Sanders. Brooke around a screen. Back to Lindsey Jackson. Right wing to Smith. Smith guarded still by Fancher. Now Smith around a screen. Reyna for 3. This one's short. Had a good look.
Yep. Came off that screen. She's a good shooter. I thought, oh, this is perfect. And left it a little short.
Had her feet set. Just came up a little bit short. So 3:45 left. Cats get it back with a 10-point cushion. They want to run some clock now, it looks like, as Garza very slowly brings the ball across the timeline, and Coach Ben Lister yells to back it out towards midcourt. Guarded there by Brooke Sanders. Now Simpson comes out and sets the screen. Now Garza goes right. Now gives it back to Sierra Washington. Washington back. There's a 3 by Garza in the air. Got it. So Brianna Garza, that's a big shot right there. As Garza extends it back to a 13-point game. So the Vikings got it as close as 8. Now it's back up to 13 again with just over 3 minutes.
She hit the last 5 points, the young junior.
Now they get it to Sanders. Sanders in the paint. Ball fake. Puts a scoop shot. Can't get it. Gets a rebound up and in. So Brooke Sanders, good job staying with it. She's got 6. Under 3 minutes. It's an 11-point game.
Plenty of time, but you've got to have a stop, I think, now. About every possession.
Sanders hounding Garza outside. Garza's a pretty good ball handler, pretty quick. She and Fancher, a couple pretty good guards for Baker. Raina Smith on Fancher. Now they're going to call an offensive foul, and I think that's going to be on Rashida Simpson, I believe. That's a foul. Rashida Simpson tilts her head straight back as she just picks up. That's her 4th foul. So she's got 4, Fancher's got 4, and Hudlin's got 4. With 2:38 left, Vikes get it back.
She's kind of retro, isn't she? She's kind of got the afro we used to wear back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, she does. She does.
She is a good basketball
Now she's
player.
trying to explain to the official what she did.
And she's always got a smile on her face. Not right now, but most of the time she's got a smile on her face.
Now she rolls her eyes back as the official explained what he did. She explained what she did, and then she rolled her eyes.
Walked away and rolled her eyes.
All right, Viking basketball is saying 11-point game. Smith back to Sanders. Her jumper. Got it! And Brooke Sanders, boy, what a lift she's giving this team. She's got 8 now. Timeout Vikings. It's down to a 9-point game once again. And how about the play of Brooke Sanders the last 2 times out?
Well, on the road the other night, real calm and collected. And again, that's a big shot to take there. You're trying to come back with 2:25. You haven't played much varsity. That'd be easy to pass the ball back out, but she took the shot, knocked it down.
Well, she's got the last 2 Viking baskets, and the one before that she drove, missed the shot, got her own rebound, and stuck it back in. So good to see her. And again, she moved up from the JV a couple weeks ago and has played very well.
Played very well out of Jackson, Missouri. 71-62, a 3-possession game, 2:25 to go. And I really kind of hope Baker starts trying to take time off the clock. They don't seem to be nearly as efficient when they're slowing it down as they are when they're trying to get that.
No, they have answered the bell when the Vikings have scored so many times this afternoon. But I think now they're probably going to try to run some clocks. We're down to 2:25. It's just a 3-possession game, though, and the Vikings started to heat up here in the second half. They had 30 in the first half, 32 already here in the second half. So let's see if we can get a stop right here.
Well, we've never led in this game. It'd be nice to lead here in the final 2 minutes somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Let's lead right at the end. All right, pressed by the Vikings. Pressure. Kind of surprises Baker. Now they get it in, and Fancher knocks it out of bounds. That's off Fancher, out of bounds. Good hustle that time, as that was Raina Smith and Fancher fighting for that loose ball, and Fancher knocks it out of bounds. So Vikings have trimmed it down to 9. They've got the ball back.
Good job, Jolene, calling that press.
Yeah, that press really made a big difference. They get it into Raina. Raina holds it above her head. Now to Gabby Lovelace. Lovelace drives the baseline. Her runner comes up short, gets her offensive rebound, misses the follow, and Rashida Simpson gets the ball. Now they're going to call a foul, I think, on Gabby Morales. Gabby Lovelace missed the drive, got a rebound, missed the putback, and Morales crashes into Rashida Simpson. That'll put her on the line. She'll be there for 2 shots now with 2:10 left in the game.
Those gals had their arms tangled. They were not dancing. They were trying to get dead ball. I'm telling you what, those 2 young ladies were battling hard and clean, but just hard play.
Gabby just going for the ball. She was just trying to get the ball. Simpson shot in the air, missed it. So Rashida Simpson, and she's 0 out of 2 now from the line. She'll have 1 more. It's still a 9-point game. 2:10 left, so quite a bit of time. Vikes would like to see a miss right here, keep it a 3-possession game. Second shot, got it. So Simpson knocks down 1 of 2, give her 11 in the game. The lead is 10 as we near the 2-minute mark. Smith outside, guarded by Fancher. Left-hand dribble, now switches to the right hand, into the paint. The runner missed, and Simpson rips down. No, it's Hudlin rips down the rebound. Hudlin's back in the lineup, and now they're going to call, I thought maybe they're going to call a traveling call because Hudlin really spun out of there, but instead they call a foul on Gabby Lovelace. That'll be her 3rd, so that's going to put Reese Hudlin back on the line for 2 shots.
Well, they're only 9 out of 17 from the line unofficially, so stops the clock, and let's see if we can get a miss here and get the ball back.
Reese Hudlin, she's a senior, transferred in from a school out in California, I think you said, right? Or no, she transferred from Hutchinson, right?
Yeah, I believe she's the gal from Hutchinson.
She's the girl from Hutchinson. She knocks down the first free throws with the lead back up to 11. And missed the second one. Morales with the rebound for the Vikings. So Vikes still hanging in there. Down by 11 with 1:47 left to play. Need a run pretty quickly, though. Smith to Lovelace. Now Gabby loses a handle, taken away by Hudlin. That was a big turnover right there. Fancher into the forecourt. Now she's fouled as she's double teamed, and either Sanders or Raina Smith. One's going to pick up a foul. And they call that on Raina, so I've got her for 4.
Yep.
And Fancher will go to the line as Coach Jolene Christensen wants a timeout. So 1:34 left in the game, 73-62. Baker with an 11-point lead, and they'll be on the line for 2 shots when we continue.
If this score holds up, again, taking a look at the standings, if this score holds up, that would move Baker to 7-3, depending on what CMU does today, but put them up in that category. Again, they've got 1 game behind everyone. They play Graceland on Thursday. And then Vikings would fall to 3-8, and that would offset Avila score as well. But it's a big week for the ladies. If they can't come back, they'll go 0-2 and have some time off, and then go to Benedictine. That'll be very tough to go up there too. But
well, and then a road game the Vikings have to win. We've got to go down to Springfield and beat Evangel. Yeah. Evangel, you know, Coach Neal's been down there quite a while. He's a good coach, but I don't think he quite has the horses this year that he's had in the past. I think that's a game the Vikings felt like they could have won when the 2 teams played here right after the Christmas break. But that's one that we could pick up on the road.
Yeah, that's one.
And not that we can't beat Benedictine, but that's always a tough place to play out there. But we'll go out, and I know these girls will give it their best shot, and they'll go out and play as hard as they can.
Benedictine, one of those places we've talked about before, they draw larger crowds for the women's games than they do for the men's.
Yeah, they do.
It's kind of unusual, but they do.
Well, they're one of the teams every year. They're in the top 4 in the women's conference standings. As Fancher knocks down the first free throw. I've got her with, looks like 15 points. She hits the second one, so she knocks down both. 16 for her, the lead back up to 13 with 1:32 left to play. So Vikes need to do something quickly here. Smith outside to Sanders. Sanders pump fakes back to Raina. Come on, girls, got to get a shot up. Raina dribbles toward the paint. Now throws one up inside. Missed it, too strong, but gets her own rebound. Good hustle. Now she puts up a jumper. This one goes in off the glass, and that's a 3. Did she yell bank or not?
They're going to give it to her.
But she banks that one in off the glass, and just like that, she's got 18 points.
Yeah, 10-point game again.
Down to the minute mark, 75-65. Baker on top. Cats want to run some clock. Now Brooke Sanders reaches around Alicia Fancher, and that's going to put Fancher on the line for 2 shots. She just knocked down a couple of minutes ago.
They had to foul. Hudlin was dribbling the ball. Wish somebody would have grabbed her because she's only 1 out of 4.
Yeah.
Fancher's a better shooter.
Yeah, Hudlin's probably the person to foul, at least on what's happened so far. As Fancher knocks down the first free throw, she'll have one more as we're down to 58.9 seconds left to play. It's a 9-point lead. Fancher will try to bring it back up to 10 again, which she does. So once again, a double-digit lead.
Yeah, Fancher shoots about 85% from the line, and Hudler about 58%. So
now 3 by Raina Smith. This one lips off the front of the rim, and Rashida Simpson goes up for the rebound, and she's fouled. It's another expression. We ought to get a camera out here and take the expressions on her face. We've seen all kinds. We've seen her laugh. We've seen her almost cry. We've seen her roll her eyes.
She takes the ball all the way down the free throw line, smiles.
I'm not giving this thing up. I want to shoot it.
I want to shoot this thing. It's mine.
That foul comes up on Gabby Morales. That's her 3rd, but we're down to 46 seconds. 2 shots for Simpson here. First one misses. So probably she or Hudlin, one of the 2 girls to foul for Baker. She'll have one more here.
San Bernardino, California.
Second shot's good. So Simpson knocks down 1 out of 2. She's got 12 in the game. It's a 13-point lead. I said it was 9 a minute ago. It was 11. Now back outside to Lindsay. Lindsay's 3 in the air. Comes up short. Simpson rips down the rebound there. And then she's fouled, I think, by Gabby.
But they call it tie ball this time.
Oh, they call it a jump ball. So with the alternate possession rule, Baker keeps it. 33 seconds left in the game. 13-point lead for the Cats, 78-65. Simpson Now inbounds. Now I think Coach Ben Lister calls a timeout. So 33 seconds left, 78-65. Cats are going to move to 7-3 in conference play. Vikes will wind up 3-8 with a trip a week from today to Atchison, Kansas to take on a Benedictine.
Now this Baker team, that's the first time again you and I have seen them, and I was very impressed. I still think, that's just my personal opinion, that Mid-American Nazarene I thought was the best team we've seen. Benedictine was pretty good, and this team's, to me, not far behind. CMU threw them in the mix, but I don't know, I just thought Mid-Am was a little better, and I really like this team. If they shoot the threes the way they did the first half, this team's going to be hard to beat.
Well, this is one of the first games that I can remember the Vikings have played where they've been behind wire to wire.
Yeah.
You know, the Mid-America, Benedictine, both in here, we led in the first half of both of those games, but it's been Baker came out shooting those threes right off the bat and built up like a 14-4 lead, I think, at one point in the first several minutes of the game, and they've never looked back.
They have not looked back. Vikings got it to within 6, didn't we, in this second half? I think we had it down to 6.
I know we were within 8. I don't know if we maybe got it to 6. I can't really remember, but nonetheless, it'll be Baker ball in the backcourt. 33 seconds left to play. Vikes will apply the pressure. Is now Rashida Simpson talking to one of the other officials.
Says, hey, here's what we're going to do here. Smile on her face.
She'll inbound now, gets it inside, throws a bullet pass into, almost knocked Alicia Fancher down, and Fancher's fouled.
And now she's laughing and smiling again, seeing Fancher. I think what she's laughing about here, she said that if you hadn't caught that ball, it would put a hole in you.
I mean, she threw a bullet. I bet she could throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
I tell you what, I bet she's hard to.
And I believe that
practice every day.
Raina Smith just fouled out of the game for the Vikings.
Good game by Raina.
Good game by Raina. I've got Raina with 18 points in the game. So a great game for her, and she really gave the Vikings a big lift as she gets 10 of those points in the second half, knocked down 3 triples, and really played a good game. Simpson's first shot, or Fancher's first shot, pinballs out. Fancher will have another one. Second shot's good, so she converts 1 out of 2. The lead is 14. We're down under 30 seconds. Regine Messenario in the lineup. Regine drives inside. Nice move. Missed the shot. Simpson there to get the rebound.
Simpson certainly a double-double, no question.
Oh, yeah. She's had a bunch of rebounds. Now they're just going to hold the ball. We're down to 14 seconds. Vikings in no hurry to try to steal it. And Garza's just going to dribble it out. She and Morales playing cat and mouse in the backcourt, 6-5-4. And Baker's going to come in here and get a 79-65 win on the road as they knock off the Missouri Valley Vikings.
And led wire to wire, so pretty impressive performance by the Wildcats. We'll be back with the coach and the scoring in a moment.
Hi, I'm Dr. Regina Benjamin, U.S. Surgeon General. As a family doctor, I've seen the terrible impact of a premature birth. Losing a baby is one of the hardest things a family can go through. As Surgeon General, I see the toll that premature births have on our nation. It can cause lifelong disabilities. It is the leading cause of death in newborns. And our country has one of the highest rates of preterm birth in the world. We must do better. Hospitals need to ensure that babies are delivered early, only when medically necessary. We need research to find the causes of premature birth, and research to find new ways to prevent it. Couples need to learn the risk of premature birth and what they can do to have a full-term baby, such as getting a preconception checkup. Remember, 40 weeks is a full-term pregnancy, and every week of pregnancy counts. Let's work together for stronger, healthier babies.
79-65, the final score. Jolene Christensen joins us for a few moments, and Coach, they just got hot. You talked about their three-point shooting. They were 9 out of 11 from beyond the arc in the first half. So when you get shooting against that, it's tough.
Yeah, it is. You know, they're definitely a good three-point shooting team. I think they're probably the best three-point shooting team in the conference. And when they get hot and you can't stop it, you know, it makes it hard to defend.
Well, you were down by 19 at one point in the second half. Got it back to 6 or 8, somewhere in there. Really playing good defense. They cooled off somewhat. And I thought you got some really good performances. Of course, Raina again. Let's talk about her and Brooke Sanders, first of all. Raina, your freshman, we talk about her a lot now, but how about Brooke Sanders?
Brooke Sanders has been playing excellent for us on the junior varsity, so we thought we'd bring her up. We, you know, we're a little down on our guard play because of some injuries. And, you know, she's scoring 30-some points on junior varsity. We thought we'd give her a shot, and she she can pass, and she knows how to score. So she's been doing an excellent job, and I think she definitely deserves some playing time.
Sam Kixmiller, best game of the year?
Yeah, she did. She played really well for us. She was able to turn and score a couple good ones, and I think she had a couple assists. I don't know, I haven't seen the stats, but she was able to kick it out for some good assists too.
I'll tell you what, very hard. This Rashida Simpson gal, she's tough in there, isn't she?
She is. She's definitely a physical post player.
Yeah, I'm looking at her numbers. She had 17 rebounds and 12 points. So
I think she had 9 at half. She's definitely very, very big beast on the boards, and I wish I could get somebody that would get 19 boards a night. That's excellent.
Well, you had Raina with 17 points, but again, gave it the thought. But it's so tough when you get down like that with hot shooting like that. It's really hard to come back, isn't it?
It is. We got down early in the first half, and then you're right. We did. We got almost down by 20 points, and we were able to battle it back. But again, it's making stops when you need to, and converting and putting the ball in the hole.
Good to have a week off, or would you rather play somebody midweek?
I think they need a little bit of rest. We're a little sick and banged up, so rest is probably not a bad thing.
All right, Coach. We'll talk to you next Saturday night. So thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
Jolene Christensen stops by. Again, the final score tonight is 79 to 65.